Alright, we're going to be doing another game by me. This is GM5. We're going to be playing on Paraiso, and we're going to be playing against Doomfist. A really good Doomfist at that. Doomfist is probably one of my toughest heroes to play against. I think Doomfist and Ball are just really, really difficult to play against. I've gone through phases as to what I decide to do about the Doomfist. A few seasons ago, I played Roadhog. I played around with the idea of Orisa for a bit, but mostly I typically go Winston now, actually. And the reason being is I find it more effective on average to ignore the Doomfist and just go after his backline, and the best hero that I have for that is typically Winston. Especially since if they're playing Doomfist, the rest of the team's often playing Dive, and Winston's really good against Dive as well, weirdly enough, because he just consistently does a lot of damage, and Dive heroes are typically very small and very fragile. So I really like going Winston in this matchup and just trying to ignore the Doom and trying to damage the rest of his team. And this Winston, or this Doomfist, plays super, super well. Arguably, actually outplays me this game, which is why I'm not going to call this video a guide. I'm just going to kind of talk through what I think about when I'm playing Winston against Doomfist. Now, to start this game, I'm going to be as D.Va because I really like playing D.Va on Paraiso on defense because I think she's a very versatile hero. She can, brawl in some situations. She's really good against Dive if the enemy team is running Winston specifically, less so against Doomfist and against Ball. But Winston on first point is fairly common, I would say. I have no information about the enemy tank. They had a private profile. So just went D.Va, right? Didn't know what it was. I misclicked this while I was adjusting my keyboard. I see Doomfist, immediately I'm like, okay, that's not great. It's not the worst, but it's not ideal. Right, I'm just poking, waiting. Doomfist is going in. I want to see if he uses handgun. He doesn't. He tries punch. Right, I see Mei lifts him with the wall. I get behind him, try to burn him down with missiles. Genji gets super low. I try to finish the Genji. I see it right away. You see how low the Genji got, in melee range, but he's deflecting, so I couldn't get the kill. Hero gets super low. Try to burn her. I know I'm getting attacked, and there's an Yari behind me, but I was trying to focus down the Kiriko. Can't quite do it. Yari's here. Yari? Still have so much trouble with that name. Anyway, I'm going to get debacked here, and then this is basically just a loss. So you notice the Doomfist backing up here, right? Just walking through the engage. Right, so I'm just chilling here. Doomfist is going to dive onto us. Right, slams, hits 3, so he gets the shield there. He misses punch, Maze does a good job walling him off. Right, we do a bunch of damage. Get on top of him. He gets low, but again, he's blocking, so creating some time. Maze block is forced. Anna throws a good grenade in. I can't finish because of deflect. And then, we just kind of get overwhelmed. Doom goes in again. Right, keep working on us. I think the big reason for this was the Yara was AFK, yeah. She was AFK. I was wondering, why is this so one-sided? But knowing that it's a 4 and 5 now makes more sense. That almost never happens in GM, by the way. Alright, so we die. I immediately come back as Winston. So what's also interesting in this game is that I think probably in 4 or 5 minutes, I think the team actually asked me to switch to Roadhog, and I don't, because I don't think that would be a winning situation. I didn't think it then, and I definitely don't think it now after watching this play out. So for Doomfist, understand is that Doomfist is like Winston, but more durable, but he doesn't have a bubble. So if he can get knocked out of block, he is significantly more dangerous. But he does a lot more damage to single targets than Winston does, which is really important. Winston has basically no ability to kill a single target in a meaningful amount of time, right? Even if you do the combo perfectly, it still takes you 2.5 seconds to kill someone, which is an eternity in Overwatch. And if any support is healing them, they are literally unkillable. They could stand still, just attacking you, and you could not kill them. That's not true for Doomfist, where you could walk up and just shoot them in the face with a hand cannon, you'll still kill them through healing. But I'm just noting that Winston does very little single target damage. Where Winston is better than Doomfist is he has a faster, more versatile single movement ability. His bubble is great, and arguably probably the second best shield in the game. It's lower health, but it's a dome, which is incredibly effective because it's 360 degrees of protection. And he consistently deals damage to groups. While his single target damage is bad, his AoE damage is excellent, because as soon as you're hitting 2 targets, you're doing 120 damage a second, 3 targets is 180, and so forth. If you're hitting 3 targets, they basically cannot sustain that for more than a second or 2, or else they're going to lose the fight. You're just doing way too much damage to them for them to be able to sustain through that. So in this situation, I'm coming back, I'm staging high ground, getting ready, seeing where the Doom's going to go. A ton of this is about, hey, where does the Doom go? And then I'm going to go. If I go before the Doom goes, if I jump in right now, for example, let's say it's low ground, I jump in on like the Kiriko, Doom is going to punch me and bust me up really badly. Doom does a surprising amount of damage if all of his hand cannon shots will land. I don't remember what it is offhand, but I want to say it's something like 80 to 90 damage per shot. He can fire it pretty quickly. So Doom can do 4 shots times, let's just say 80 to round, 320 damage plus the punch, which is going to be 75-ish. I don't know the numbers well enough offhand since I don't play Doom. And the breakpoints are typically not relevant since I play tank. But you're talking a lot of damage, like 300 plus damage, like pretty quickly, within a few seconds. Certainly before I'd be able to get out of it and do anything about it, if I allow him to punch me first. So I want him to engage first, then I want to engage. And I'm just betting here is that I'm going to apply more pressure to his team than he will to mine. Because he can only really do damage to one person. His initial slam punch does not that much splash damage, and then he's going to target one person down with hand cannon, and he's going to block. But I can jump in and zap the whole health of the bubble, especially against low damage teams like this one. If they have bubble busters, like Hanzo, Cassidy, Torb, Bastion, etc., this Reaper, way less effective. But against this lineup they have, they're very low damage. They rely on headshots and they rely on synergy, right? Diving the same target to get kills. Against the Winston, I can stay alive for a long time. So I go in, right, I see the purple, cleansed, right, see, Doomfist is messing me up already, I'm going to jump back, reset. I don't need to do anything right now, right, card's going to move no matter what, I don't want to take any risks. Could I potentially jump here? Yeah, maybe, right, but I don't have bubble, I'm going to break LOS to my teammates, and the card's going to move anyway, so there's no point in me trying to fight any serious fight right now. Unfortunately, Genji's going to get caught out here, but I'm going to go in, because as soon as I see the Doomfist go, right, I have 1 second, I debate for a second, and I said, okay, I'm going to go on the supports. Zap, 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 right? Unfortunately, I put myself in a really bad spot where I'm not going to get any value here. Jump out. I think I'm going to die here. Yeah, I'm going to die right now. I'm bubble trying to save the Ana, but what am I going to do? Zap, 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 zap. I just give out. I knew at this point I'm going to die. I don't even want to try to jump out because I'm going to get staggered anyway. So I come back. Genji went in to try to kill my Genji, who I think is super low. Yep. So he was low, but Genji goes in. I assume their Genji doesn't have dash. I think I heard it even. Oh no, he doesn't have dash. He just misses. He just messes it up really badly. What the heck is this dash? Oh no, he doesn't have dash. He just gets bumped. That makes more sense. All right, so gonna get a pick here. As I talk about in all my videos, what's the numbers? I know. Right, I just came out of spawn, so I know the numbers perfectly. It's a 4 and 5, right? Or rather 5 on 4. In my favor, I want to go in. Doomfist smartly punches me out because he's trying to prevent my next jump. Because if he doesn't punch me, I'm going to walk forward and then jump into his team. But now that he punches me out, I have to walk all the way up here. So he basically bought his team 5 seconds of time by knocking me backwards. Now I go in. See, now my engage is significantly more delayed than it could have been, which allowed the card to move up further. So I do a good jump here. I'm going to ride this in. So I jump over here, and then I clip the side of the cart, which is actually intentional. I knew this was going to happen when this is going to occur. So splash on both supports, and then I get popped out, I think, by the Doomfist. Yeah, see? The Doomfist is looking for this all the time. And I know this, having learned this the hard way from many, many Winston versus Doomfist matchups. Doomfist can mess you up so badly if you let him punch you at the start of engagements and then follow up with hand cannon. But he punches me out, which is unfortunate because now I don't have any targets. Tracer happens to be low near me, which is total luck. Right? I can't figure out any of the targets. Zap pylon for a second before I realize that's actually not going to be good value. Charge right click, right? So I really would have wanted more kills here, but I just couldn't get it, right? I went in, and I'm just not able to get the value that I'm looking for. Do I push him back? Yes, but it's already a 4 and 5, so it's not that big a deal. The Yari is up here. I think maybe she gets shot out of the air. Is that what happens? Somebody dies here eventually. Oh, the icicle kill, that's what gets her. Alright, so once again I notice, hey, we're back into a 4 or 5 situation, I go in right away. Even though Doom's there, even though I know he can punch me, I don't care because it's a 4 and 5. So I zap through, go for the back line, right? Kill the Yari, kill the Genji. Go ahead and see if I can get more. I clip this lamppost. I want the Tracer, but obviously there's no chance of me killing the Tracer, that's fine. I sit here just in case I need to body block something for the Brig, but she's fine. Zap, 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 zap. Don't do this. Don't trade damage with Doom. Doom does much more damage than you are. He's literally does 3 to 4 times as much damage. So don't trade zapping for hand cannon shots, which is why I jump out right away, especially since I already have ultimate and he doesn't. So chilling, right? Setting up. Doom slams in. I know he still has punch. Remember, Doomfist has 2 mobility skills: slam, punch. Track both of them. If he uses them both, he has no way to get out. His only option to live at that point is block. But if he uses only one of them, don't commit anything that requires him to stay in the same general spot. So for example, don't pop high noon right after he slams in, because he can just punch out, right? And he's going to get out of the way. Same thing for like May Blizzard. Just, you have to think about these things really, really carefully. Brig counters the Doom Punch, which is great. Gives me a great opportunity to dive into the backline. I don't even try to help the Brig, because the most important thing is for me to go to the backline. And so since I saw the angle, she was pretty safe back there. Jump into 3, do good damage. Right, zap, 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 zap. You notice I've not popped ultimate at all here, because I don't really have a good situation to pop it. I actually should have popped it right there to avoid dying, the risk of dying. But I just instinctively jump out and I pop it when I'm in the air, when I realize I'm probably going to die if I don't pop it. Unfortunately, it ends up actually not strictly being necessary. I guess sort of necessary, because I never would have gotten healed. Mechanics here are not great, but like also everyone is incredibly evasive, which makes it so hard to kill someone with Primal. Like, Primal is already a very hard skill, but trying to kill a Doomfist and a Tracer with Primal is like borderline impossible. Like, there's, unless they don't have cooldown, like have all their cooldowns being used, like there's just no way that you can kill them. So I'm gonna die there, but it's fine because we end up still stopping the cart. Like, it's an even trade, which is good for defense, right? Even trades where like both teams wipe each other is fine, right? Because then you just reset and there's no forward progress. It's the same thing as just killing the opposing team, honestly. I burn Kiriko out. I know that she's gonna swift step. I don't know exactly where she is. I don't think I tracked. Oh, yeah, no, I think I must have realized that she actually went to the Genji, but Doomfist is on top of me. So I did this in order to be able to bubble dance again and then get ready for my next dive. Because if I just walk straight forward, he's going to get a bunch of shots into my back. So you see, I actually block a bunch of these shots, I think, because yeah, see, he's not expecting me to suddenly turn back the other direction, so I take only 26 damage instead of, 200 something damage or whatever from him. So I'm just chilling right now. The reason why I'm staying here is because I actually don't have nowhere to go. So I'm looking for the opportunity. I think I didn't clock the Genji initially, and now I do. Go in for the Genji. I should charge Zap there. That actually would have been big. I get super low here, and I'm going to die. This is pretty unfortunate. I was not expecting to die here, because from my perspective, I'm jumping back to my supports. So Brig's going to die there, which is unfortunate. And then Kiriko's going to waste 2-3 kunais there before starting to heal. If she gets the heal on me, I live here. Because I have bubble, right? 3, 2... Yeah, one heal gives me 110, right? And then I would have been fine here, and I would pop bubble. So they super commit to try to kill Soldier. They do get the Soldier. I know the Kiriko must have committed to get in here, because there's no way coming out of spawn that Kiriko manages to get this deep without swift stepping in. Right? Like, if she's here, I don't think I saw or heard the swift step. I might have heard it, but I definitely didn't see it. But if this Kiriko is here, knowing that I just died all the way over here, she must have swift stepped here. So I'm taking an educated guess that she does not have swift step available, which is correct. So I hard commit on the Kiriko, not that I'm in any danger. I'm bubbling here, honestly, just as much to prevent any possible healing for her, because I don't know where the Ari is, and me getting bursted down potentially, because I don't actually know who else is here. So you see, this is a good example of me juking the Doom, because I don't want to trade with the Doom. This is like very important. It's a mistake I made earlier. Do not trade shots with the Doom. Like, your Zap does so little damage. He can do like 200 damage and then just walk away. In the meantime, you've done like 30 damage to him. It's such a bad trade. So you see that I'm just constantly sitting around here and I'm chilling. The thing is that I also was hoping for my teammates to spawn behind me, but unfortunately the payload caps right now. I realize this, he punches, right, and I jump out. So, right, it's fine. Jump, and I'm good here. He jumps in on me. So that is a good example where I know he has no cooldowns, because he double committed the his cooldowns on me, right? So this is 1, and that's 2. So you see right now there is like a 2-ish second, 2.5 second period where he does not have any movement cooldowns. If I had some way to punish this, I would. But I am just a Winston, so I have nothing, there's nothing I can do about this. I'm just noting this for anybody else who's like, oh, how do I stop Doomfist? Track whether or not he uses both cooldowns. If he uses them both, you have an opportunity to do something where he cannot escape. That's fine, right? I bubble just in the nick of time, I think, to save my life. Yeah, just in the nick of time, I would have died right there. I go in because the ER is low. This is why Winston aim is now more important than ever in Overwatch 2. Like, right-click zaps are actually important, because she 100% lives there if I don't get that kill. because I think the Kiriko was right about the like this timing is so tight. Like this timing is so tight. If the first two reach her, I can't get the kill because of how little damage Winston does, and I can't jump on her at that range. So that is like less than half a second ish before she would have survived. I jump out, same deal. So I walk up to try to help the break, but honestly, I'm so low and I have a bubble. I'm like, oh, okay. You see, like I'm like kind of iffy as to whether or not I really want to step in front of her because we're up in numbers, but I'm also about to die. So I go for the Tracer right now. I know I'm low. I actually honestly shouldn't have done this jump. I thought I had more health than I did. But I do know we're up in numbers, so I'm trying to maintain the pressure. Just farming ult charge. It's fine. By the way, your right click goes through Genji deflect. Chilling, right? We're just staging here. Alright, so I go in. Right, zap, 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 zap. Right, just chilling. This is great. Like, this is all good value, right? I'm holding back 4 people, zapping 2. This is why I like playing Winston against Doomfist, okay? Because let's not worry about what I'm doing. What's the Doomfist doing? He's just punching, right? Going in here. Tracer's rewound back because Rally's popped, right? Like, Doomfist is fighting here all by himself. I still have my soldier in high ground, right? The Kiriko's here. Like, we're full control of the situation. I honestly don't know why we popped Rally, but, like, that's what you get from going in with the bubble, right? All of this time, you see, it takes him a while to kill the bubble. That's with 4 people shooting at it. Starstruck. I am not so good at the timing for this. I did not realize I was going to get popped here, but I also had full health, so I thought I was fine. And one of the important things when playing against new heroes is to limit test, right? How long does it really last? And, like, I might know the timing. I actually don't. But I thought it'd be reasonably soon, but unfortunately it's not. It's Sunstruck, by the way, not Starstruck. And I get popped, so I take 200 damage from that. Okay, whatever. Reset. I'm going to continue holding the choke. So as I go in here, I'm not doing a whole lot here, just kind of bringing people down. I see Genji dashes and Kitsune's pop. Now I commit. Right? Trying to get the Genji. I did not realize Genji went up the left wall. Yeah, I should have killed him right here. This should have been a kill by me. This is a good example of like good decision, bad mechanics. I should have tracked the Genji went up here to the left. I lose track of where he is, and I'm like, what the heck? And it takes me too long, and then the Doomfist is going to punch me out of the bubble, right? If I had tracked the Genji correctly, I would be here, zapping up. With the boost from Kiriko ultimate, I would kill him in like a second and a half. But unfortunately, I did not get that. So McCree, Cassidy, old habit. Cassidy pops high noon, everyone's going to cover. I'm going to jump in behind the cart, land here. They can't go anywhere. Great, dead. I'm going to jump in. He already pushback is like very annoying. It's going to take time to like learn how to play around it. Trace is here. I want to see what she's going to do. You see how I don't dive right away? Because I recognize that she already wants to get out. If she's looking like this, jumping off, she wants to get out. She clearly feels like she's in danger and doesn't want to get picked and staggered. So that's why I'm not jumping to her. I'm just trying to play slow and try to follow her out. Right, she rewinds. I know she's got it. I think about jumping there, but the Doomfist is in. If the Doomfist wasn't here, I would have gone for this right away after she rewound. Like right here. But I heard the Doomfist coming. I'm worried about the Cassidy, but like, what am I going to do? He's too far away. This is fairly sloppy by him. Yeah, because he rolled forwards. Yeah, he's got nothing. The Brig is also slow here on the pack. Yeah, she's slow here on the pack. This is a great example of like, in GM, like, to lower rank players, this might not seem like that big a deal. This is a really big deal in GM. Like, the Brig should have healed him right away. Right, see? Like, even something like that, like a quarter second sooner, and the Cassidy lives there. But I would expect that save from GM for Brig. So, jump in. The reason why I'm being aggressive here is I know we've lost Cassidy, and I'm trying to trade out with Primal. So, Tracer's dead here, which is good, because remember, I forced out, / we forced out Rewind, which makes sense that the Tracer's able to die now. I know my supports are busy, because again, my Brig was right here with the Doom, and then my Kiriko was the one who just killed the Tracer. So I'm like, okay, let me go in the backline, let me try to get a kill here. With Primal, try to even out the fight. This is not going to go as planned. I overjumped that, I should have landed on her, right? I'm Primal here, so there's no reason for me to try to stay alive too long. I still have Primal. I'm going to reload because I want one more jump for the burst damage. In, right? Zap, I get low, then I pop. So, this is also good because the Genji used dash on me, which is what I want, right? I want the Genji to be like, oh, hey, this one's just an idiot. Like, why is he doing this? So he's going to go, let me pop it back. So go in. Does he use dash? He does not use dash. I was just hopeful. He used dash earlier, that's why. But from here, I overjumped that. That was it. Yari should have been the hit, but I'm too far over her and missed the attack. But if I hit her there, that's a kill. That's the attack that I really needed. Then I'm like, wait, and I'm confused why everyone's full health because I definitely hit somebody. I mess up this jump too. It's also really hard with the uneven ground. So I need to land this slightly shorter. That's right. So I'm too deep there. Still get that hit. Jump in, right? Land on the Kiriko. But at this point, with pylon up and the Ilari here, like, this is just a 5-on-1. I'm just feeding 1,000 points worth of ult charge. This is a really bad primal. It was a bad primal to begin with. Like, I don't think I should have actually done this. Like, I think this was obviously like a super bad call. I just did not expect everyone to be so far away. And I didn't know my Brig was dead, I think. Actually, I should have known. Yeah, I should have known right there. I should have just died here. Yeah, so it was a bad decision primal, and then it was a bad, poorly executed primal as well. So we're gonna come out here. Genji's there. You see, I hold the zap. Like, if he's gonna try to dive on the Kiriko, I have the zap and I can jump and kill him. But I don't think he's gonna do that because why would he jump in here with a Brig and a Winston? So I go in. I have to touch cart because the cart is incredibly close to capping. So I'm on cart. So Genji's here. You know, I'm just zapping, doing whatever I can. I get hit with the Aria ult. I see the Genji's low. He's super low. I really want to get the kill. I get low. I jump back just to break LOS. Like, it's such a little distance, but sometimes can result in you living, right? Because I know that part of the damage is coming from the Yari over there. I really want to leave the cart, but like, I don't have jump, A, and B, I don't have health, and C, the cart is very, very close to capping. Like, this is as close, it's less than a meter away from capping, so like, I had to be super careful here. But when I see right now the Brig is there, I figure in my head, look, the Brig has popped rally, she's very durable, she's probably not going anywhere, now I finally have a chance to leave the cart. Right? But playing slow and safe here was so important to staying on the cart and also preserving my health as long as I could for people to respawn. And then from here, I go on the Yari. Go on the Kiriko. Kiriko dies. Right? I bubble. You see, I notice I'm still staying near the cart because I'm not 100% sure where everyone is right now. In particular, I don't know where the Tracer is. But I go right now because I see how low the Doom is. And so I figure I can probably jump here, land close, and then drop, and then come back. Yeah, see, that's a well executed jump. Genji's low, just burn him down. Great, he's dead. I still don't know where the Tracer is, so I'm still worried that she could be hiding somewhere. So my team advances, and that's okay. I'm totally fine with them advancing, because I'm not going to do anything out there anyway. I'm just like chilling for a second to make sure that we don't like insta-lose to a Tracer. Alright, so now we're setting up the next phase of the fight. You see the Doom goes in, and what do? Nothing. I have no interest in jumping in this Doom unless I'm sure he's going to die. And I think even at this point, he's unlikely he is going to die right now. Though, quite frankly, I actually could have killed him. I think it's actually a huge mistake for him to get that low. But regardless, the Yari's here. I could have done a really, really tricky jump here to get her. I was thinking this right after it happened, is if I jumped right now and pointed down, I think I would have had just enough that I would have clipped this and bounced like roughly here-ish, and I could have zapped and just followed her on the way out, and then she would be dead. But it's a very hard jump to do with the timing that I had. I have no idea how I whiffed this jump that badly. This was a throw of a jump. Like, I did that jump and I'm like, I deserve to lose this game. The second I did that jump, I was like, wow, if I landed up high, this is big time value, right? Genji, Tracer, Kiriko all at once, like huge value here. Missing this jump was a big mistake. And I'm trying to save bubble so I don't make the mistake even worse. I jump back, right? Big play by me, or big gamble by me to hold bubble here and not die for this. But I unfortunately died to that anyway, which is a huge mistake. This is a throw. Honestly, my team does a phenomenal job. I mean, the enemy Doomfist also threw at the beginning of that fight, so like it kind of evens out, and we have short spawn. But my team does a fantastic job holding this without me, which is like, sometimes it happens, right? Sometimes, like, you play poorly and your team covers for you, which is why, like, don't flip out so much when you have to cover for your team. Like, it's a team game. Looking for targets, right? I know the cart's not like as close to like instantly losing. I'm just like one jump away, so I'm good. Burn the Kiriko down. I want to force Swift Step. Oh, force Suzu and Swift Step, and then I immediately know where I'm supposed to go. Right? I see the direction that she's facing. Right? See her go, and I snap. I hear / see the Doomfist, and I immediately go. I'm looking for the Kiriko right away. This is like bread and butter. I think like even once you start hitting like Masters, this becomes like a very straightforward, easy play. But I think that below Masters, this is not something I consistently see Winston's doing, which is tracking, hey, someone escaped, where did you go? And are you killable, right? It's like if Moira uses Orb and then fades out, I go where she's going, I'm going. Like unless there's like a Bastion there waiting for me, I'm going because I'm going to get that kill no matter what at that point. She has no options left. This is another reason why you should save cooldowns and not use them frivolously. As long as you have cooldowns, you have tools to change the situation that you're in. But as soon as you have no cooldowns, you are out of luck, and you're forced on just purely on aim to like deathmatch people. All right, so Doom's dead, and then we're gonna cap this. There's some trickling, but that's it. So I was pretty happy with this. Not having a full cap is great. I think it's probably about average for this map, but like considering how well the Doom was like played first and second point, I was very, very happy to get away with only a non-full third cap. So I open as Winston, gonna come out, just chilling. I charge, go in, right? I go in here. One thing is like I want to get trapped in here, so I'm just zapping a little bit. I get punched, that's no problem, right? I don't want to get punched like super deep into a corner and then get stuck and die. So I'm trying to make sure that at least some of my butt's hanging out. So he punches me into this thing, which is totally fine, right? I do that, I get out. Note an ult charge, I'm at 16%, he's at 9%, so he does good damage to me, right? Almost all of this ult charge is going to come from me, just doing damage to me, right? 5, 8, 9, right? But I get 15, so great, right? I also create a little bit of space, gives an opportunity for my Genji. You know, nothing ends up happening, that's fine. I wait for heals, go back in, do the right click zap. He does the punch. You see, I immediately leave right away, because this time I'm actually kind of low and I don't have bubble, so I don't want to get punched this time, right? Jump, leave right away, and then I think the Doomfist is going to cancel when he sees this. Right? He jumps, right? And he sees that I don't go, and he immediately cancels it. This is like the chess match between tanks that's so important, right? Understanding what does the opposing tank want me to do? Don't do that, right? And what don't they want me to do? Do that. Very, very important. I see the Kiriko's here. I give myself enough time to get my bubble back. Yeah, because my bull's not going to be there immediately, and I'm not full health yet because I'm not getting healed. I think my Kiriko was pretty aggressive this game. I don't know if I agree with how aggressive she was. So I wasn't getting as much healing as I was expecting. So, despite the fact that the first 2 dives went fine, I make a mistake here. I thought I could get away with this. Like, even still, like, this looks like reasonably good. Right? I have bubble, I have 330-ish health, but like, it's not terrible. But I go in, Doomfist is going to punch me in the wall, walk in, and just going to gun me down, right? Even Kiriko coming in to try to save me does not do enough. We're going to get 1 kill for this, and that's it. So not a good dive, right? In retrospect, I needed to wait more. I just felt like we had momentum here. I felt like we had an opportunity. But like all packs are used. Like Kiriko goes in with me. Like I can't blame anybody for this other than myself. This is just a bad call. I just need to play slower. If I just play slower there, I get rehealed. I jump in. There's 3 people here. Like a lot of value. Bad call by me. So I skip the Doom. Go right here. I pop bubble. Very important moment to note when you're fighting Soldier is Soldier can just straight up gun you down if he decides to stay. It is tight, but he can beat you straight up if he's just shooting you in the head. So I put the bubble down to split him and to stop the pylon. He decides to shoot me, so I immediately start backing out of the bubble. So important thing to note is like who's going to win this 1v1? Soldier's going to win this 1v1, which is why I step out. But Soldier's going to overcommit to it because if I then get healed up, he has no ability to evade me after that. That's the reason why Soldiers often run away from Winston's, is because it's not necessarily that they can't outtrade you in damage, it's that they're scared that they won't be able to finish you off, and then you or a teammate will kill them. I drop down here, get healed. So this actually is the best jump that I do, maybe all game. So I drop down here. I know that there's a bunch of people in this room, right? And if you've played Paraiso before, you'll know, hey, where does defense rotate when they're here? They go out here and they rotate on high ground this way, right? That is the standard rotation on Paraiso. I also remember that there's a Soldier here and there's a Kiriko there. I think I saw I saw the Yari, but I didn't see the Kiriko. Maybe? I don't see this. Oh, I heard her right now. Yeah, I heard her swift step in right now. So I dropped down. I want the healing right away. And then I saw the top of her head, and I jumped, and I'm landing right here. So this is a big moment, because the moment I step in here, I go in without bubble, because I'm just so confident that I know exactly how this is going to play out. I feel like the Doomfist is dead. They have high ground control, and like it is possible to flip this here in this situation. I don't think it's likely, but it is possible. But I jump in straight away, no bubble, turn my back to them, so that way I can't get burned down very quickly, right? Halves the damage, because shooting Winston in the head is pretty easy. And I'm just focusing on the Yari, and the goal here is like, I'm not going to get this kill, but my team is. And it'll get very low, right? The reload went off, which is what I was hoping for, is that I think that's why the damage stops here, right? Reload goes off, he starts burning me, and then bubble comes out. The timing here is so precise. Like, I could have played this safer, but waiting longer can sometimes still result in you dying anyway. So I'm still pretty happy with this call. He hits me in Felix, that's fine, my team does a good job keeping me up. I get to go in the Yari, right click, Genji's stuck in the middle of the point for some reason. I jump up, Kiriko uses cleanse. Right click, looking for the supports, jumping in, splitting them. I realistically should have just gone for the Yari. I think this is what's toughest to remember, is like whether or not the Yari has used her outburst or not. But yeah, no, she would have gotten away no matter what. But after I got her to half, I know that Kiriko's either going to contest point and die stupidly or go back to her team. She chooses to step on point for some reason. Like that's like a waste to go in that situation. And then I am going to make a mistake here. So this is a good example of like how fast you can get burned down. Like I can't even put bubble down because of how fast I die here. Right? This is a full-on mistake, and it totally gives up the one-person advantage that we just had by killing the Kiriko. This is extremely sloppy, and I get my Kiriko killed for this too. Yeah, this is a super, super bad. This is like embarrassing. I do not know. I think that I was thinking that I would get a chase down on the Yari. Yeah, because I got the right click on her. So I was starting to get greedy that I'd maybe be able to burn her down because I knew I had Primal coming. But I get punched here, it's so fast. Like I could have popped Primal at this point to try to get the kill, which is not unreasonable, and it'd be a good tempo ultimate. But like, I just get messed up so fast. I can't even like think through like whether or not that would have made sense. I think popping Primal there actually would have been a reasonable play, but going in there and just dying like that was obviously the worst possible outcome. Well, popping Primal and wasting it would have been worse, but assuming that I didn't mess up the mechanics, that wouldn't have been the worst. So, I jump in, right? I gotta make some space. I see there's 2 DPS here. I jump over here. I got bubble, right? No problem. Zap, zap, zap. Force the soldier off the angle. Great. I see the Genji here, and you're gonna notice that I'm gonna reload. I'm gonna pause. I'm just gonna wait because I don't know if the Genji has dash or not, and I assume he does. So I'm waiting for him to dash, and then you see I go right away. And this is important because I'm trying to force the Genji off as soon as possible, right? Zap, 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 zap. Oh, the pylon honestly heals him up anyway. But I'm trying to maintain the pressure. If he landed low ground, I could have stayed on him. Visor gets popped. I immediately jump up to try to get him because, like, again, I have no bubble. I have no other options. So we trade the soldier for Kiriko, which is honestly fantastic because he used ultimate for it as well. Go for the Genji. I don't know if he's dash. He has dash. Right? Zap, 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 zap. Oh, this is so close. So I'm going to jump into him. Zap, 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 zap. I want to show you how low this Genji gets. He goes all the way down to, like, I think 3 health on the melee. It's so close. Oh my god, he drops to 1 health. Never mind. Yeah. So the melee goes off, does not kill him, and then I am in trouble, and I'm gonna die here. So this, I think I correctly did not pop Primal, because it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4 and 2. Yeah, 4 and 2. So this is a correct hold. I think I knew should hold there. Because the kill on the Genji wouldn't have mattered at all. I saw I lost my brig, so I'm not expecting a lot out of this, but we pop Visor anyway, so we'll see if we can get anything. I am hit by Yari's ultimate. I have to remember what the actual name is, not the Sunstruck part, but the core ability. Genji goes up. I know he has no dash. Great. So we killed 2, despite the fact that we lost 1 at the start of the fight. Going forward, looking for picks, looking to set up, right? Looking to deny space. Right? Ideally, I could get like all the way over here, but there's no way against the Doomfist. Because if I play anywhere here, the Doomfist messes me up, which is why I have to play safe, which is really sad. Against a lot of other heroes, like if Reinhardt was here, there's a high possibility, like if he has no charge, that I can play wherever I want. Like if he charged out, for example, I could just go anywhere he's not and do anything I want. Doomfist is going to try to punch in. I think that I clipped the edge here. Yeah, I clipped the edge of the awning, I think. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. So that messes me up really badly. I'm like, wait, what the heck? And I get stuck in no man's land again. Kill Genji, which is good. You can see how low the Genji is the whole time. Like I'm zapping, I see, track, dash goes off, he dies. Kiriko probably could have saved him, so that's probably a mistake on the Kiriko. I get punched, reload, ignore the Doom completely, go on the Kiriko. I want to force Swift Step, I do. Alright, zap. I have Primal here. Do the short jump. Bubble. I should have walked forward there. I don't know why I paused. Do another short jump, get the melee off before she teleports. I see her on high ground, but there's not a lot I can do right now because I'm sort of low. But I'm going to see the Kiriko drop here for I don't know what reason. But either way, I would have killed her on the next jump anyway, probably. We all get punched in the corner. I still have Primal here. I'm like looking to see whether or not this is a crazy interaction. I've never had this happen before. So Doomfist is going to jump. That seismic slam is going to stop my jump. And I was shocked because this was a huge jump if I land here. Right? Land here with Primal, and then like Sojourn goes, or Yari uses Outburst, whichever, and I just pick one to hunt down and I kill. But not having that totally messed me up that I suddenly couldn't move forwards. So we have lost a bunch. Right? Try to work down the Genji. He has dash, no problem. So I zap the Soldier here before jumping out because people, when they take damage, typically take cover instinctively, and I don't want her to do this. I don't want her to like gun, follow, and then like railgun me out of the air and drop me to half. So I right-click her, which causes her to get nervous, and then she backs off. Right? So watch. Zap. Right? Zaps, she steps back right away after she gets zapped, and then I can get a free jump out. Little things like that, manipulating the opponent, very important. I see my soldier's low. I'm trying to stand here to help him. Only so much I can do. Nope. Yeah, reset. All right, we reset again, looking for a target. I want to go high ground ideally. I hit her with his right click. She does Outburst. That's a really good defensive ability. Man, like it just totally shuts down Winston sometimes. Doomfist is going to punch me in. I should have died here. I got all the way to 3. The Doomfist honestly should have killed me. This is a mistake of a dive. But to be fair, I did not expect neither support to be visible here. Oh my god, she gets a kill there. That's why. But I'm surprised that neither the Brig nor the Kiriko see me in this situation. It's like unusual. Because Winston, I don't want to wrap top left. This is like not a good space for me to be, so I'm trying to go main. But I need to do a better job of tracking where my supports are. So I'm going to come back, because I heard the blade. I'm looking for the blade to try to help, to kill him. I know I'm low, but like we're going to lose the fight no matter what. Reset again. Alright, Brig kills the Doom. Good. I play with the Brig to make sure no one's going to dive her. Right, I don't know where the Genji is, for example. We take high ground. I jump. I go. I miss the right click. Zap. Good value here, right? You see how low the Yari gets. She gets all the way down to 75. She holds Outburst, which is the correct call. Probably, in case I Primal. But this separates the Genji, for example, from the team. Right, there's 4 people here. I jump in. Doomfist isn't here. I go and force Kiriko on low ground. Go for 2. Genji's here alone, which I'm sure he does not realize. And he's like, wait, what the heck? And he's going to get burned down here. So I already did my job. Waiting. I'm looking for an opportunity. I jump in. I kill the Sojourn, who happened to be jumping back, sliding back. Yeah, I'm going to stomp her. So walking like this, I'm trying to figure out if I can save Primal here, because I'm pretty sure we're already up 2. But I don't want to take any chances that we don't cap this. So I pop Primal. Another wasted Primal. I have no freaking clue where she is. Like her... Yeah, this is just bad. This is not one of my better games, certainly mechanically. I do a great job here. Pylon keeps her alive, but like now I'm like, oh man, can't finish the kill. That was a great juggle to the corner though. This is why I need to practice juggling more. Genji down. Genji super low. Right click. Bam. Very important to be able to execute this, right? Genji was already low when I went in. Lowish. He's lost 10 health, which can make a difference. Zap. I do the full landing. Right, he goes. Right click. Charge. Get him. Even if he had deflect, obviously deflect does not stop the right click, so he was dead no matter what. I don't know why I jump here. I think I jump here to kill the Yari. Yeah, it's like on autopilot. Alright, home stretch, 2 minutes. Right? Still a lot of game time left. I think it comes down to the last fight. Sojourn's here. Doomfist jumps up top. I go. And this is an important moment where I decide... So the safest thing would have been to pop bubble right away. Because I actually take 300 damage almost instantly. but I don't want to pop bubble here, because bubble here gets me almost no value. It would stop me from dying if I'm going to die, but other than that, it gets me no value. I want to jump in and put bubble here so I can take this space away. Does that make sense? I say that rhetorically. Very important to get value out of every bubble. Dropping bubble here almost guarantees that we lose this fight. Like, or at least the fight stalled out for another 20 plus seconds until I get bubble back and another jump. So, but bubble here still gets me forward advancement, right? And I know that I'm not going to get killed here because the Doom just used everything trying to kill me to begin with, right? So you slam. So what's he going to do? Punch me? Great. No problem. He already used all his hand cannon shots. The Soldierins are going to be sliding away, and Bubble's going to stop all the other damage. So I'm like good here, right? Genji gets super low. I know he gets super low, so I'm looking for him. But I land on the Kiriko. Fine. I realize I probably overextended here, and I think I'm going to die. Yeah, I'm going to die. This is yet another bad die. I made so many mistakes this game. Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes this game. It's like a tough game. Like the enemy team played super well. Like these were probably the best supports I played with all night. The Doomfist was probably the best tank I played against all night. So yeah, I mean, like, you know, it's gonna be hard when everyone's playing really well. It's not a lot of easy opportunities. Stat right click would have been good. Yeah, I'm gonna die here. This is unfortunate. All right, looking for the Yari. This is not a spot that I'm used to jumping to, but I just improv'd it in the spot. Do a good job. Soldierins here. So the Soldierins out of position. I hope everyone looking at this realizes right away. Even with slide, the Soldierin is out of position. And so I'm looking at her and I'm like, wait. So I start charging right click. I get punched out of it, which interrupts it. I have the bubble to keep myself from dying. I zap the Doom just to force him to block. I look at the Soldierin and I'm jumping to follow her. I did not expect the Soldierin to miss this jump. So I land, and Genji and I were both expecting her to make that jump. She misses it, which I'm sure was not intentional. But then I lose track of where she is. I go on after the Yari because she's on top of me. But the Soldierin, I think, is going to live because of this. Oh no, we eventually get the kill. I work the Doom. Why do I work the Doom here? Because I know he doesn't want to fight me. Why? Body language. Number one, right? He's running away from me, so, like, great. Like, I'll take the free damage. But number two, we just killed the Soldierin, so it's a 5-on-4 situation. He's probably trying to regroup and stabilize to avoid staggering all the way to the end. So, that's fine. I'm going to hear Swift Step, I think. Oh, no. Do I hear Swift Step? I don't hear Swift Step. No, I don't hear Swift Step. I think I just hear her get hit. Yeah, I hear the hit. So I know she's low. I jump for her. Land, right? She Suzu's to cleanse. Does it actually avoid the landing damage? Nope. Doesn't avoid the landing. If I did the melee combo there, she instantly dies. But I was landing on 2, so I was trying to maintain the Tesla. But melee to kill. Work the Genji. He dashes, right? Great. As soon as he dashes, I'm out. No reason for me to contest this any further. Because as soon as he dashes, I can't bubble this dance anymore because he's like on top of me. So I jump out right away. I already know right now this game is won if I do not die. Like the second this happens, I know the game is won. Right? All I have to do is not die and it's over. Because we just killed 2. I saw the Soldierin die. I killed the Kiriko myself. It's a 5-on-3 situation. We have momentum, right? We still have Genji Blade. Like, even with short spawn, we can just stagger the heck out of the remaining people. Like, it's actually better that 3 people are alive than if no people are alive. If no people are alive, they all come out together. But with 3 people alive, we can stagger the heck out of them. I just need to not die, so I switch from trying to get kills to playing safe. So the second I'm in any kind of danger, I jump out right away. I tried to get the melee before I jumped out too. The Ari's here. I see Genji on there. I want her too, but I can't go quite yet because I'm still too low, right? You see I'm 290, 366. I'm charging right click. I go. That was a bad jump. I should have gone a little further. She gets away. Unfortunate. And then they're going to switch Bastion here, which is actually going to be a big switch. So we're not going to win on this push. So the Bastion switch was definitely unexpected and is going to change the nature of this fight completely. So Kitsune gets popped out. Soldier dies instantly. What the heck? Yeah, see, this is what Doom can do that like other heroes cannot. There is no other tank. There's no other tank that can insta-kill someone like this so fast. Which is why Doom is an amazing solo carry tank. But we have Kitsune popped. We pop Blade. I'm busy trying to kill this Pylon, which I really should just charge 2 full ones to kill it, because that would be the correct thing to do. And I'm looking at this, and I'm just waiting. I'm like, And I'm thinking here, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're not going to win this, right? Because I saw Soldier go down first. Kiriko's already dead. Genji's dead. And I make the decision here to not pop. Like, this is very intentional. I do not pop here. Even though I figured that I could probably kill the Bastion, I do not pop, and I'm going to save it for the final fight. We have 30 seconds left. I know that, like, we have to make a big play here, right? Somebody's got to make a big play, but I do have Primal, which gives me a good chance of doing something. Doom goes in. Great. So this is a really good opportunity for me because the timing is perfect. Even if he hits the Soldier, he's not going to kill him anyway. I don't know why he bothers. So he misses with a punch. He slams out. And remember what I said. If he uses both movement cooldowns, you can do whatever the heck you want for like the next 4 seconds. So I go into the back line, right? Outburst gets popped. Great, that's fine. I force Kiriko to swift step, reload. Right? Now I can go really aggressive. Miss that right click. Zap, 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 zap. Force the Yari onto the other side of the pylon. She outbursts. It takes me a second to realize where she goes because I'm not used to the movement of the ability. So to explain, I thought she was going to be low here, but you see how she's going to pop up like that? And it takes me a second to realize where the heck she went. But the good news is the pressure still results in her dying. Excellent. Bastion pops right now. Another important moment. Bastion's shooting my backside. What do? Do not use bubble. Why? I have jump coming up in less than a second. I'm very confident I will not die here. I don't need to pop primal. I don't need to pop bubble. I want to use the bubble for something more valuable. I jump out behind point, get low, right? Think about it. And now I'm going to pop bubble because I'm like, oh shoot, now I'm actually pretty low and there is not enough healing. So, big moment, right? Kiriko's going to die instantly, which is good. I think, how much did I help here? Did I help at all in this? I don't think I helped at all in this Kiriko kill. Yeah, this is not related to me at all. Yeah, she's totally unrelated to me. So I jump out, right? I put bubble down, but bubble's like important, right? It prevents anybody from dying in here, right? Kiriko could do damage here, Genji could do damage here, right? Bastion could just shoot his gun, could do damage. Kiriko dies instantly, great. I go in for the Bastion. I pop primal right away as soon as I'm like, I hear the gasp. Right, 320, 190, pop it right away. Right, finish, and then that's the end of the game. I didn't really need primal. I think I'm pretty sure if I died there I still win, but like, obviously I'm not going to take that risk. Okay, I'm going to stop there. Again, I wouldn't consider this a guide, but I do think it's a good idea to talk through why I enjoy, or why I think that playing Winston against Doomfist is a good matchup, and why I prefer playing Winston over something like Orisa or Roadhog, where I think it's a lot more passive, right? It's a lot like, hey, the Doomfist comes in, can I stop what he's doing? Which is like sort of effective, but sometimes it doesn't work out at all, and you feel very helpless. But when you're playing Winston, you have more power to like damage his team in exchange, and deliver more pressure. Do I think I outplayed the Doomfist this game? I don't. I think it's even, maybe arguably even actually a negative on my side, but I still think that Winston was the right call, and I think if I played any hero other than Winston, I would have lost this game. All right, hopefully this was helpful.